The dream matches keep on coming up next with this clash between the Cleaner and the American Dragon. It is Kenny Omega versus Daniel Bryan. 1 year ago, we couldn't even fathom seeing this matchup, and now we're going to get it. And you hear the ovation for the ultimate underdog, who has been coined that nickname because of his perseverance and his determination and his grit. However, Daniel Bryan in some aspects finds that to be an insult. After all, why should he be an underdog? Because of his size? In his mind and in many fans' minds, his technical ability is the best in the world, if not one of the best of all time. So why would you call this guy an underdog? He may be 5'10", 200 pounds, but he will kick your head in. And Kenny Omega, if he underestimates Daniel Bryan tonight, is going to find that out firsthand. And when Daniel Bryan made the open challenge all those months ago for a match at WrestleMania, none of us expected who would answer the call. And it was indeed this man, the Cleaner Kenny Omega, who debuted to a roaring ovation and challenged and accepted the challenge of Daniel Bryan for a match here tonight at WrestleMania. And what a way to kick off your NLW career. He's won championships all over the world, numerous titles in Japan. He's become a household name in the States, and now he's set to become a household name in NLW. But can he defeat Daniel Bryan? He was very confident in the build-up to this matchup. However, Daniel Bryan, last week, they were face-to-face in the ring. Bryan said, "Do not underestimate me," and, well, that's enough of the pre-build and the hype for this. Let's get down to watching this masterclass. You can see the kip-up from Daniel Bryan, potentially two of the best in the world today. No doubt about it, and, well, that's what I was talking about. The disrespect from Kenny Omega with the slap. And now, Bryan pushes away the handshake, but gets a shoulder block takedown. And now the knee to the gut. Omega back up. Backdrop by Bryan. In for the cover, but barely a 2 count for Kenny Omega. I'm going to try and call this matchup as best I can, but these are two of the fastest rising stars and the fast-paced individuals on the roster. You can see Bryan with a surfboard hold, and now the Liger special got counted into a pin and a kick out. Bryan then back to his feet, reverses the whip, leapfrog. Bryan holds on though with a boot, and now goes for behind for a German, but elbowed away. Sunset flip roll through, looks for the kick, but Bryan doesn't connect. Now goes for the punch and a slap of his own. Retaliation from the slap earlier by Daniel Bryan. And now marking Bryan. Oh, look at that though. A headbutt. Marks Omega with a pose, but Omega comes back with the arm drag. An incredibly slick transition from the Cleaner. He's back on his feet. Snap mare. Boot to the spine. And again applies the pressure on the headlock. And that's what Omega has to do. Slow this match down to his pace, but goes for the yes lock. But Omega elbows his way free, and an arm ring and kicks the arm away, preparing for the yes lock. And stomps on it again. Does Daniel Bryan. Double underhook, butterfly suplex into an armbar. Beautiful. The submission specialist, more like a submission artist with that transition into the armbar, but a roll up by Omega. Omega has the roll up, but a kick out by Bryan. Omega though rolls back into the hammerlock. And a whip again, but misses the drop kick. Does Bryan. Omega held on. Goes for the neck breaker, but instead gets the backslide and a kick to the skull for his troubles. Bryan had it scouted, runs off the ropes to the slap Rana. That is the quickness of Omega on display right there. He's a joy to watch. And already, barely 5 minutes in, Rise of the Terminator goes for a dive. Maybe now Bryan runs back in with a drop kick. And you can see Omega got rocked with the dropkick. Daniel Bryan with a tope suicida, diving at Omega and crashing to the announce table. Omega got wiped out, cleaned out, no pun intended, by Daniel Bryan. And Bryan cleaned the clock of Omega. Look at this again. Well, Omega was the one who went for the tope at the first, and then Bryan came back in with a dropkick, and then the impact of that tope suicida. But Omega, oh, and again, Bryan looked to get back in the ring, but Omega smart to catch him with a dropkick, and now tweaking the knee, and works on the knee. Hitman-esque from the fellow Canadian, Kenny Omega, driving the elbow into that knee joint. But Bryan tries to viciously kick himself free, and he does. Eventually, but the damage may have been done. Omega, though, on the apron, springs in and drop kicks the knee. He had a target on it, and it was perfectly executed, and now look at this. A variant of a figure four, or more like a heel hook. We've seen Daniel Bryan use this move in the past to tap out opponents, but now it's Omega trying to wear down the leg of Daniel Bryan, but Omega sees that Bryan's trying to reverse the pressure, and he does. I think Omega got his knee caught under the body of Bryan, and now the pressure's reversed, and he breaks the hold eventually. Oh, and kicks away the arm. And a neck breaker from Bryan. Omega and Bryan obviously have scouted each other very well. There's a running uppercut and an enziguri. Omega got rocked, but can he gain momentum back on his side? Bryan, though, center of the ring, arms held, and cattle mutilation in the center of the ring. Cattle mutilation. He used this move to tap out Xavier Woods in the span of under a minute a couple of months ago, and certainly going to try and wear down Omega, but Omega tries to crawl, and he does, to the bottom rope. Manages to crawl to safety momentarily, though. He's trying to catch a breather on the outside, but Bryan would be wise not to let up, and he doesn't, but Omega sweeps the leg, and again working on that knee, drives it into the apron, and now going over to the stage, and drops the knee. Dropping Bryan knee first onto that hard girder, and a drop kick, I should say. Dropping him with a DDT to the leg on the hard rampway. And now this is just disrespectful from Daniel. I should say disrespect from Kenny Omega, scraping the boot in the face of Bryan, and could this be underestimating him more? And that shove was what set off Daniel Bryan, a roundhouse kick and a German. Omega, in my opinion, maybe doesn't underestimate Daniel Bryan. He's just trying to tick him off, but if you've seen any of Daniel Bryan's matches here in this company, you know you don't do that. But goes in. Oh, look at this! One-winged angel! No! Roll through! Two! And a kick out. Just about. But has the leg held, and there it is! There's the heel hook. But it's more like an Indian deathlock at the moment. Bryan turning Omega around. And nobody kicks out of the one-winged angel. And Bryan knew that, and, well, he had to get out of it, but Omega gets out of the Indian deathlock by getting to the ropes just in time. A series of incredible counters and counter holds have made this a joy to watch so far. But tries to get rammed into the steps, elbows himself free, maybe going for a moonsault, but gets pushed off the steps and landed hard on his hip on the concrete. Bryan, meanwhile, runs out with a tornado DDT off of the apron. No rest for the weary. No time to recuperate for Omega. Gets dropped with a DDT on the concrete. And Daniel Bryan on the top rope. Accidental, maybe no, misses. Omega, though, hacks out the leg but kicks himself free. Does Daniel Bryan, and Omega now groggy on the apron. Bryan, though, gets punched away. Omega with a springboard. What the hell? Oh my god! Asai moonsault to the outside. And I don't know if it... Well, it certainly didn't catch it on camera. But on the bottom of your screen, you may have seen Daniel Bryan. In fact, we'll take a look at the other angle of this. Bryan went for a drop kick, a basement drop kick to the legs of Omega. Omega, though, sprang up, jumped over, and managed to hit that Asai moonsault. That replay, even better than before, in a freaking missile drop kick to the back of the skull. From the top rope, no less. It's well documented the history of concussions that Bryan has. And this power of Omega, gut-wrench side powerbomb. But only a 2 count. I'm telling you, that Asai moonsault and that missile dropkick took a hell of a lot out of Daniel Bryan. And while Omega, at this point in the match, he's not scraping his boot against Bryan's face, that's for sure. Taking him more seriously now, as he's on his shoulders, and Bryan can't escape. Moonsault, though, had the knees up. He did escape that time, and Bryan had the knees up. Omega on the apron, but you're not going to find much solace. Going for a German, but elbowed away. Now V-trigger, no! Moves out of the way as well. Bryan, arms held. Dragon suplex. On the apron, Omega compressed his vertebrae and collapses to the outside. Incredible. And this may be it. Omega stumbles back in. And a missile dropkick from Bryan. Omega knocked for 6. He doesn't know where he is. He's trying to hold himself up in the corner. And he does it a boot. And a Katara crusher to Daniel Bryan. But man, oh man, you have to imagine the neck of Omega must be battered. Goes for another springboard maneuver, but Bryan caught it with the dropkick in midair. Drop kicking the hell out of Omega in mid-flight, and he's on the other side of the ring. Daniel Bryan, what the hell is he doing? Is he even going to be able to reach him? Yes, he does! From one side of the ring to the other with the headbutt, but a kick out by Omega. Omega! I was sure that he was out of reach of Bryan, but Bryan, from one side of the ring to the other with a headbutt, and misses a kick, and a chop, and a punch. Now sets him up, perhaps. No! The gun was cocked, but nobody was home. And Bryan went for the yes lock, and Omega got to the cap. Oh my God! Oh, Jesus Christ! A brainbuster on the top turnbuckle! And a kick out by Bryan. Well, barely a kick out, more of a convulsion. Holy crap, have a look at this again. Roll it again, I have to see this. That was insane. Holding him up, and the brainbuster, head and neck first, on that top turnbuckle, and Bryan bounced to the canvas. V-trigger, maybe no, misses. Goes for a German suplex, and the V-trigger! The first V-trigger, and perhaps the last! Winged Angel, no! Goes behind, backslide, in for the cover, but a kick out of 2, and goes for that knee. We got caught by Bryan, and a German suplex snapping. Omega in a second. And not a third, instead. Wrist lock into a massive lariat. An amazing series of counters, but in the end, Bryan knocking Omega 360. Now a series of kicks. Goes for the final one, but misses. Lands on the top rope, ducks over, runs back off, and a snap tiger suplex from Omega. Bryan landing on his neck, and Omega, what is he planning now? Oh no, not again. Not a dragon suplex from the top rope. But Bryan elbows himself free. And a little dropkick from the top. And kips up. But how much does he have left in the tank? We're about to find out, and stomping down on Kenny Omega. And a vicious kick to the face. Much more vicious than those half-hearted kicks from Omega earlier on. And Bryan looks for the running knees. No, he misses. Omega with the V-trigger. One-winged angel coming, but goes behind. Elbows himself free though. And a V-trigger to the face. Oh, and that's Frankensteiner. Good lord. Bryan. He's prone. Shoots his gun. Oh, the running knees.
1, 2.
And Omega with a hand on the bottom rope. Just about. And you can't say that many people kick out of those running knees, but Omega did. Luckily he was near the ropes, otherwise he wouldn't have kicked out. And Bryan going to go for it a second time. Omega has no idea where he is and goes for it, but Omega collapses. Omega collapsed and Bryan missed. That wasn't even an evasive counter, that was just exhaustion from Kenny Omega. Collapsed into the canvas in a tired heap. And Bryan again for Cattle Mesa. Oh no! One-winged angel flips over into the label. Then the yes lock applied. This crossface, but Omega grabbing at the beard. O'Brien and a roll through and a kick out. It was very nearly over. And a V-trigger to the face. V-trigger on the floor. And V-trigger to the back of the neck. Kenny Omega literally caving in the skull of Daniel Bryan. And Omega, in an act of defiance and desperation, Rise of the Terminator. Tope on Hero. He flew for a good couple of seconds until he crashed and burned onto the body of Daniel Bryan. Not even going to have time for a replay because this match may be over right now. Bryan gets sent back in. Omega now. One-winged angel coming. No, it's turned into the yes lock again. And this time, there's no doubt he's in the centre of the ring. The yes lock applied. Nowhere near the ropes he's trying to crawl. So desperate is Omega. But once again, Bryan wrenches back and he gets a foot on the bottom rope. What a match we're witnessing live here at WrestleMania. And it's still not over. Bryan would like it to be. Oh, and a V-trigger to the face. No, but Bryan desperately fighting out of the one-winged angel, but drops down into a delayed German. Deadlift German, but Bryan kicks out. Omega sees him there and a V-trigger. V-trigger to Bryan. And Bryan is not loopy. But Omega not going to waste any time. Goes for a V-trigger again, but gets pushed away. Kicked away. Running knees. Into. Rolling angel. He hit it.
2, 3.
And this one's over. My God, it's over. An incredible performance, not just by Omega, but by Bryan as well. That one will go down as one of the greatest matches in NLW history. In this humble broadcaster's opinion, Kenny Omega has cemented himself as a major player in this company. Well, take a look at the climax of this one. The Tope on Hero and then the one-winged angel into the yes lock, and Omega was looking for the V-trigger, it got kicked away. And Bryan looked for the running knees, but Omega scouted it into a powerbomb position and then the one-winged angel, and Daniel Bryan barely able to hold himself up on the ropes. But the same could be said for Kenny Omega, in fairness. Omega's still there and now extends the hand. He may have been playing mind games in the lead into this match, but there's no doubt that Omega no longer underestimates Daniel Bryan, especially after the performance he gave here tonight, and they shake hands. And that's what I like to see. A hard-fought contest, followed by a great sign of sportsmanship. Bryan wanted to be tested here tonight, and tested he was. He came up short, but he may have came up short to the best bout machine himself, Kenny Omega. an incredible contest.
So when I cut two face to face, I say thank you for the opportunity to compete here in No Limits Wrestling again. Returning in front of that crowd here tonight, the biggest show in our history, was unbelievable. Now I don't think I'm quite ready for in-ring competition, and I wouldn't want to take any wrestler's spot on this roster. So providing you're still in charge, at the end of WrestleMania I want to go away. I've got a couple of other projects I need to get done, because I want to make NLW my main focus once I'm back on a full-time basis. But Austin, I know you respect the boys, you respect the tradition this business represents, but I know that perhaps you're not comfortable wrestling. You may put that behind you, but I just want to say good luck. John, Stone Cold Steve Austin doesn't need luck. And hell, you couldn't be more wrong, son. I've been itching to get back in this ring since I came back. I want this. I want to lead this show because I believe it's the best wrestling on the planet, and I want to help the talent here thrive. But I just got to make one thing perfectly clear. Anybody who steps in Stone Cold's way is going to get stomped on. They're going to get a mud hole stomped in them. And tonight, CM Punk is going to realize what will happen when he messes with a rattlesnake. It's going to come back and bite him on the ass. I appreciate the kind words, John, but there's no doubt in my mind that tonight I'm keeping my job and I'm going to kick CM Punk's ass here tonight at WrestleMania. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Well, it's good to hear that John Cena's coming back full-time soon, but what about Stone Cold? He is laser focused here tonight on maintaining his position as the commissioner of NLW. Well, here at WrestleMania, the party doesn't stop and the title matches keep on coming. This time, the Intercontinental Championship is on the line in a triple threat matchup, and Cody Rhodes wants to become the Intercontinental Champion after a disappointing series of defeats. He entered NLW several months ago, and since then many feel he's been underutilized, or at least he hasn't reached the potential that he is capable of. After all, the son of Dusty Rhodes, the legendary Hall of Famer, and a lot of it, Cody feels, is down to his alliance with Diamond Dallas Page, but we'll get to that in a moment. Here comes a man who has faced the facts, and he believes that it's a fact that he was walking out as Intercontinental Champion here tonight at WrestleMania. That wasn't the case on the Tournament Tour. He reached the final in a tournament to crown a new champion. However, he lost to Diamond Dallas Page and that Diamond Cutter, which came out of nowhere. And, well, we saw last week Tyson Kidd confronting Cody Rhodes and bam, got hit with a Diamond Cutter out of nowhere. Hopefully for him, lightning won't strike twice. Well, we got the two challenges in the ring. And now all we need is the Intercontinental Champion himself, the King of Bada Bing, DDP Diamond Dallas Page. Diamonds are forever, and he's hoping that his title reigns are going to last forever. And it was Page, when he came into this company, took Cody Rhodes under his wing and mentored him. However, Cody feels that Page held him back and perhaps he made some mistakes, but his intentions were good. And Cody had no right to turn on DDP and, well, basically insult him and challenge him for the Intercontinental title. However, we'll see if he is deserving and puts the title away. Oh, Kidd! Kidd ran at Page and got hit with a Diamond Cutter already! And the bell rings! And that's one man down, and Cody looks at Page, and Page says, now we can settle this, you and me in the ring. There's a discus lariat. Well, they used to be friends, and Cody Rhodes felt that he was being underutilized and dropped DDP at the slight. Oh, look at that though. Power slam by Cody Rhodes, and Rhodes with the drop kick and the headlock applied now onto Page, and Cody feels that this is what the match should have been at WrestleMania in the first place. One-on-one between him and Page, but there's no denying that Kidd's a credible challenger as he nearly rolls up Cody for the win. And remember, in this contest, champion doesn't have to be pinned to lose the championship. So DDP has to be wary of that. Kidd on the outside, and Cody with a spaceman plancher, springing in midair. and crashes and burns onto Tyson Kidd. Well, Kidd is a phenomenal athlete with a great pass as well, and Kidd was on the outside while DDP looked for a diamond cutter but got planted face first by Cody Rhodes, and now scraping the boot. Disrespectful from Cody in the face of DDP, but a neck breaker. Now in for the cover, looking the corner, spring Kidd springs in with the elbow, and now going to try and choke out Page in the ropes. And a guillotine leg drop onto Page. Comes back in as Cody is groggy. What is this now? Oh, look at that! That's fantastic strength to lift him up for the snapmare into a neck breaker almost. And now going for the sharpshooter. Looks for it, but gets kicked away. Misses the clothesline and went for the disaster kick, but got caught out with the spinning heel kick from Tyson Kidd, and Kidd goes after Page, but Page scouts it with a belly to belly. Kidd is down, and the champion's the only one standing. He's going for a pile driver, but Kidd tries to hang on and spinning powerbomb. In for the cover, Cody from the top. Cody from out of nowhere with the moonsault from the top rope, breaking up the pin. And Cody picks up Page for the Alabama Slam. Plants the Intercontinental Champion down. And the grandson of the plumber. What is he doing now? He's going to the top rope. Cody up top. And Page looking for the diamond cutter from the top rope, but pushed away. And now presses Kidd into a drop kick. Taking out Cody to the outside, and a DDT from Page. DDT from DDP, and the Intercontinental Champion is on fire. He throws up the diamond cutter sign. We're going to get it now. No, turned into a backslide, but kick out. And now Page goes for the powerbomb, but Kidd turns it around into the sharpshooter. Sharpshooter applied in the centre of the ring. Can Kidd do what he couldn't do on the Torment Tour and tap out Page to win the Intercontinental title? But in comes Cody to break it up with a disaster kick to the back of the skull. Otherwise we could have seen a new Intercontinental Champion be crowned. But Crossroads goes for Crossroads, but Kidd gets out of it and drop kicks Cody to the outside. In the ring now, suplex turned into a diamond cutter, but pushed away. Kidd finds refuge on the apron. And a punch. Uppercut to Page. Springboard in! Diamond cutter! Goes for the cover, but here comes Cody! Crossroads!
1, 2,
hooks the leg!
3.
And we have a new champion! We have a brand new Intercontinental Champion! And his name is Cody Rhodes! Well, DDP was well on his way to retaining the Intercontinental title with a beautifully executed diamond cutter in mid-air. It came out of nowhere and it nearly put away Kidd. Take a look at it again. Sprang in, but once again got caught with a diamond cutter, and as he went to try and cover Tyson Kidd, he got pulled away by Cody Rhodes in the nick of time. And Cody planting, impaling DDP with the Crossroads and securing himself his first title in this company. Well, Cody Rhodes now, at this moment in time, is the top champion on metal with that Intercontinental Championship in his grasp. He felt that DDP was holding him back, and where it's hard to argue, he hasn't reached his potential here tonight, and then some. The dream of winning the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania has come true, and the American Nightmare's reign has only just begun. An incredible match. New Intercontinental Champion, and what is this? I don't quite know why we've cut to backstage, but a truck is coming in, pulling into the arena. And who's in it? That's the question. Oh, of course. Of course, it would be these guys. And don't forget, folks, that Apocalypto has not finished. Apocalypto is is still going on. It's been going on throughout the night. And the only two teams left are the Hardys and the Riot Squad. However, Jeff Hardy is somewhere in the woods of the Hardy compound, we believe. Whereas Matt Hardy was kidnapped by the Riot Squad in a truck, and now it looks as if they're going to isolate him. And remember, they pin Matt Hardy here. They're the new NRW Tag Team Champions as Apocalypto continues in a chair shot to the skull. It's a 3-on-1 attack, for God's sake. Choking out Broken Matt. And the Riot Squad in... Oh, wait! Here's Jeff! Brominero's back! And Hernandez crashes through the table! Jeff Hardy followed the truck, apparently. And he's back at the arena as well. Well, thank goodness. Otherwise, the titles would have eluded them. But the twist of fate on the outside to Kofi. He set up a table out there. Remember, no disqualifications. And there's a chair shot. They're the only two teams left standing. And the Hardys may be on their way to being the last team standing here. Where is Jeff Hardy going? Hernandez and Kofi have been laid out on that table. And Jeff Hardy, he's climbed the structure up here. He's on the top of the arena, my God! Swanson! 20 feet through the air, crashing through the table, crashing through the bodies of Kofi and Hernandez, and this crowd is on their feet. But in the ring, Hideo Itami with a dropkick to Broken Matt. Now it's just, oh, GTS coming. No twist of fate. But the twist of fate gets reversed. Goes for the running knees for a chair shot. Hardy takes out two of the Riot Squad. In the ring, chair wrapped around the neck. And the twist of fate. And the Hardys win Apocalypto. The Hardys win the tag team titles, or I should say, retain the tag team titles. The Riot Squad have been rendered obsolete here in Tag Team Apocalypto. Well, this was a match. Well, I can't really call it a match, it was more of a spectacle. Take a look at the closing moments. The swanton through the table from 20 feet in the air. Then the chair shot. And finally, with his head wrapped around the steel chair, Hideo Itami gets put away with a twist of fate. And the Broken Hardys retain the tag team titles on the grandest stage of all, WrestleMania. Well, this matchup had just about everything. Fire, fireworks, tables, weapons, you name it. It had the Riot Squad throwing Sin Cara out of a window. It had the Dudley Boys getting thrown into the Lake of Reincarnation. The return of Paige to get revenge. And now they have deleted their final foe. The Hardy Boys have declared themselves as the greatest tag team in all of time and space. Well, we keep on going with another huge matchup in the form of 20-foot high Hell in a Cell. It's a match 2 years in the making. Bray Wyatt versus Sting. Don't miss it.